Hello, lovebirds. TonyaTko here. And today is, guess what? Today is ManDay. ManDay on the TonyaTko show is the day after Sunday, but before Tuesday. For the rest of the world, it's Monday. But on the TonyaTko show, this is the day where we talk about topics specifically geared towards men. As you know, I have a very, very strong 65% male viewership. My ratio of male viewers is 65% of my total views. So I created ManDay to be able to create a day once a week where we honor the men, where I answer questions written in by men and do videos specifically geared towards men's issues from a woman's point of view, so to help you understand, the inner workings of a woman's mind, etc. I want to jump into today's video real quickly. The topic of today's video is how to be the man that women choose. And I really, oh God. Let's hug. Let's start out this video with a hug. Let's do that. Hug me, hug me. Oh God, I love you guys. Love, 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 love. You know what? I don't know. I'm bursting at the seams with just love for men today. And I want to do this video in honor of the men who come to my videos, watching for insight, etc. Today's video, it may be painful for some people to hear, and it's going to be enlightening for other people to hear, because in any message that you receive, whether it's from me or in life, etc., it's going to be a reflection of a lot of different things going on the inside of you. So, in honor of the men, let's jump right into today's topic. Oh, you know what? I am traveling right now. As you see, I'm in a hotel room, and this has definitely affected some of my mood. I'm a little more serene than normal. I'm used to being inside my studio, my set, and being in that vibe. And so you have to forgive me if I ramble. My throat is a little sore. I normally dress up real pretty for the guys, but this is the best that I can do right now on vacation. And I am in California, and I got this shirt the other day. So look, work with me, please. I'm making this video from the bottom of my heart, and I really want you to feel what it is that I'm saying. Right now I'm out of town. I went to a women's seminar called the Man Breakthrough Experience, which was hosted by Coop Blackson. And so people were like, when you come back in town, make sure you make videos for the ladies, etc., etc., about what it is that I learned at the conference, right? And and most of the videos that I make are about empowering women, loving yourself and each other, etc. And there really is men and women, we are each other's polar opposites. And in helping women, I help men, and in helping men, I help women. So let's get right into today's topic, because there really is no separation between us. It's a dance between us. So I'm making this video in honor of the men, and I hear me and feel where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the heart on this one. Okay. Let's start out. As a man, are you still out there looking for fun? I hear so many men talking on the internet about, women not wanting to give them a chance, etc., etc. And basically, gosh, you know what? Goodness, I hate when I make these tangents, because I really want to just go straight through, because I only have 6 points on my list. Unfortunately, I hear, and you know what, and men and women, you can attest to this, that, and like right now I'm at a women's seminar, and it's really, really about educating women, empowering women, deepening the connection spiritually between women and our feminine essence, etc. And unfortunately, the types of seminars that exist for men are seminars on how to trick women out of sex, how to get more women, how to be sleeping with 7 and 8 to 14 women a week, etc. And I don't think that that really does much justice for male-female relationships. And that's part of what this video is going to be about. Number one, are you still looking for fun? You know, are you out there still scouring the streets looking for quote unquote fun? Are you still looking for adventure? Do you feel as if you haven't lived your life yet? Do you feel like there's still so much more that you have to do before settling down? So therefore, all you're really interested in are those base lower level, lower chakra connections. And we're going to talk about that some more in number 4. But what are you as a man all about? Are you still choosing mates based on their looks? You know, are you ready, and what is it that you're ready for? You know, when you're out on the prowl, you know, scouring around on the lower levels looking for, you know, for base connections and base level interactions with people. And when you're misaligned as a man and you're out there scouring around and you're finding misalignment in women, not really finding what it is that you're looking for, not finding people willing to comply. And if they do, then after the exchange, you're still feeling empty and you're left at the end of the day like, now what? You know, there's only but so much miscellaneous vagina you can get before it becomes tiring. You know, we think about, you know, as women, we often think about how we have to be entered by men. You know, but as a man, you're placing yourself inside of a person's body. And you have this person covering you with their body. And if you're not aligned as a man, and if your scourings are down here on this level, what is it that you're really going to attract into your life? You know, that's and I know none of my subscribers and fans are actually out there doing that. So we're gonna move right on from there, and we're going to jump right over to number 2. Number 2, have you found your purpose in life? Do you know why you're here on this earth? What your true calling is? Do you know who you really are? Have you tapped into why you incarnated into this form, why you incarnated into this lifetime? We're going to talk more about some of that later in number 5, but that's something for you to ponder. You know, and I'm just going to add an addendum to number 2. I thought about this after I created my list. You know, do you care about yourself as a human being? Have you spent the time to cultivate yourself and to explore yourself and to find out who you are? You know, and I'm happy I came to this seminar because there's been some things that I've been missing. And over the course of the next few months, you're going to see a change in my videos because a lot more makes sense now. I make videos, and when I talk to the men, I talk to men about how you guys are choosing your mate. I'm going to include a link right here with the 10 things that you should be looking for in a partner. And I talk about how men, you know, you guys are not really spending the time, investing the time qualifying your women. And that's because you yourself may not know who you are. So let's start from the basics. You may not know who you are. So when it's time to go out there looking for a woman, how do you know what you need and what you want if you don't know who you are and if you haven't spent the time cultivating and evolving as a man? You know, so let's get to number 3. And this is one of the things I picked up from the seminar. Clear spiritual practice. Do you have a connection with Source? Do you understand that you are a God incarnate? Do you understand that? You know, God, sorry, I'm sorry, this is so painful for me. I'm sorry, give me a second. Let me suck this back into my eyeballs. Oh God, I guess I can't make a man's video crying like a girl. You know, do you understand that you're a God incarnate? Do you understand how special and precious and how needed you are by women? Do you understand your power as a man? Do you understand that you are a king and that women need you, and women need you to be strong, and women need you to clear out the haze? Women need you. Do you realize who? Do you realize who and what you are. You are a manifestation of God in human form. Do you realize that? And do you realize that your penis is sacred? And unfortunately, so many men just squander it around, and it's saddening. You know how amazing, and how I love men. I do. The strength and the man essence, and I love men. There's an energy, a vibration that men have that just counterbalances my pink. It's just a counterbalance, and I need that to help keep me strong, to help keep my vertebrae upright, to help keep me with something to keep pushing on for. I need that. We complete each other. Do you realize who and what you are? Are you tapped into Source? Are you tapped into the Most High? Are you tapped into a clear spiritual practice? You know, not just religion, because anybody can follow the dogmas of religion. Get up, bend down, 6 times a day. Anybody can do that. What's inside your heart? Where is the connection? Are you firmly planted on this earth? When your feet touch the ground, does the essence from the core of the earth travel through your body, while what's coming from above travels through your crown chakra and meets there in the middle? Are you fully living in your essence as a man, as a God incarnate? Are you? Oh God, let's move on, because I could stay on that all day. I want to talk some more about that, but I feel like I'm just going to keep going in on that. Number 4, for you, does relationship equal death? Are you afraid of commitment? Are you afraid of pair bonding? Are you afraid of, really, really think about it. Are you still out there searching for freedom? Or do you look at a relationship as a chain that limits you? And then that's where number 3 comes into play. You know, the one where I was talking about your connection to God and to the Most High and to Source. Do you look at relationship as a death? As the death of who you are, and then you have to, and you know what, listen, I get it. I get it, because I'm a woman and I'm soft. I understand that. And I realized many years ago when I read this book by Elin Harris, and it was a book about a homosexual man who was living on the down low, and and nobody could tell that he was gay. He had a roommate who was like this football playing dude, and they were both gay. And one night they discovered they both have something in common while they were watching the game together, and they fell into one another's arms. And it was very interesting when I read, and it really dawned on me, because in this relationship, now, you know, people have their ideas about what a gay man is. Oh, honey, child, 2 snaps, and that's a very misleading stereotype. You know, there are all different types of gay men out there. Very, very strong, very masculine, macho gay men. You know, and in this particular book that I was reading, these guys were very tough dudes, and they watched the game together, drank beer together, did everything together, and it was a wonderful union because they played video games together, and they were able to stay in that male energy together, that really hyped up, testosterone-filled male energy. So when I read that, I got it, because I understand as a man, you have to soften yourself to be in relationship with a woman. I understand that. I do. And so what is the alternative? You know, do you want to stay in that testosterone realm where you are just completely just engulfed in masculine energy and the things that come along with being a man, and the competition and the rivalry, or the whatever, the strength and proving oneself, etc. Do you want to stay entrenched and soaked in that, or do you or are you ready to balance yourself out with the yin and the yang, to tap into that beautiful, flowing, feminine, divine? Are you ready for that? To have somebody who can counterbalance your hardness with her softness. Are you ready for that? Because then what is the alternative? I mean, if you don't, soften yourself a bit to be with a woman or to be palpable. To be palpable, I think that's the word. Oh Lord, I don't know it. If you know the word, write it below. Palpable to a woman. Are you willing to meet a woman halfway and to get into lessen some of the gruffness, to be in relationship so that you can get all of the benefits of that wonderful covering of feminine energy that just fills and nourishes you from the inside out? Are you ready for that? Or does relationship equal death? Are you still fighting for your freedom? Are you not wanting to be tied down? Are you just still out there on a guttural excursion, just searching for lower level vibration satisfaction? Because when you tap into yourself as a man, and when you tap into source, and you realize that you are God incarnate, you realize that pairing with a woman is not something that actually ties you down. It's something that sets you free. It's something that helps you get to the next level. When you have a good woman behind you, or beside you, rather, I get men who write into me, for coaching. And if you like coaching, you can come to my website, TonyaTko.com/coaching. And they get to the point in their life where they really want that feminine energy. Where they just get filled and just satiated of masculine energy, and they need to be able to come to a respite somewhere where they can get recharged by the feminine, which is all nourishing. Oh goodness, if you've never had it, you know what you're missing. You do, because everybody, well, not everybody, but those who have had a mother's love, and who even if you've seen it on TV, or you see anybody who has ever seen an image of a woman when she holds her child for the first time understands what caring and what kindness and what love incarnate looks like. Oh God, I've seen a few of those pictures where that mother's just like looking into the baby's eyes for the first time. And I know from being a woman and having held, you guys know I like my men big and muscular, and I know from having held some of these big and muscular men and having them melt into my arms, I know how beautiful and powerful that recharging is, where you just fall into me and I take all of that and I cover you. Oh, with me, I cover you and I recharge you and I send you back out into the world with your back straight, maybe your knees a little wobbly. I forget I said that part. Okay, so let's get on. Let's get on. Because when you're tapped into who and what it is that you are as a man, you realize that a woman cannot confine you, because you are already free. You are free. You are a spirit in human form, and the soul is everlasting. And the only thing, listen, woman takes you higher to the next level. Honey, you know what? We were made for each other for a reason. So I wanted to ask for number 4. Are you in a vicious cycle of searching for freedom through orgasm? That's really, it's important for you to figure out where in your life you're at. Are you in a vicious cycle searching for that momentary release where you are just free? You know what? I went parasailing once, and they let the line out, right? And as they let the line out, there was a moment before the wire snapped all the way. When I went parasailing, they set the line out, and there was a moment where I was just gliding free, uninhibited. And it's like right after orgasm, there's this moment where everything is nothing, and in that moment becomes everything, and you are in a momentary death. And then you come tumbling back down to earth after orgasm. And then you're there, maybe perhaps in a situation with a woman that you did not want to be covered by, with a woman that you don't even want to cuddle with a woman that you don't want to, that you did not want to be inside in that way. But for that addiction to you that you had to that orgasm, where you were just scouring around for that temporary freedom, you put yourself in this position. Is that you? Is that you? So if it is, vagina becomes your jail and woman becomes your warden, so that she has access to where it is in the prison that you are and are not able to go, and what freedoms you are and are not able to experience as a man. And this is what I didn't get before. When I talk about is vagina your master, when I talk about how lust is is going to be your downfall, you know, it all starts within you, because a woman cannot do it for you. I can't do it for you. I make these videos and then you have to do the rest. You're a man. You hear what I'm saying, and then you have to take the time to dig within yourself and see where you are at as a man. And then we're going to get into to the deep part, the controversial part in number 5. You know, so let's talk real quick as I finish up number 4. If you're aligned with a higher power, if you're aligned with who you are, with your God essence on the inside, with yourself as a man and a king, then you won't be trying to escape from this existence through woman's portal, which actually that portal becomes the entangled entrapment, in which that portal becomes your prison and the woman is the warden holding you in there, so that woman becomes your drug. And I did that video, Broke Boys Gets No Booty, where I was talking about how people get pacified by punani, where punani is the pacifier, where instead of tapping in, instead of, you know how we were talking about, I was talking with some women earlier today about junkie and how people look for their next high, and how that high is this escape. And then when we start, in that old video where I talked about being pacified by P-U-S-S-Y, where P-U-S-S-Y becomes the pacifier that stops you from getting to a higher level, because you're always down here searching. Gotta go to the club, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta get these new shoes, gotta get this new car so that I can find a woman to come home with me. I remember my brother. I mean, I'm sorry for putting this out there, but I remember years ago my brother was on vacation. He was with this guy. Him and his boys went on vacation, and so they were at vacation like carnival, like a West Indian carnival. And so one of the guys, and then it was rainy and cold, because this particular carnival happened in an area where the weather's kind of iffy. So his friend was like, had my brother out all hours of the night, going from place to place, waiting for, you know, a woman who was drunk enough or whatever enough to come home with them. And so it ended up being a futile mission, where they were going from place to place. The guy didn't want to go back to the hotel room without being able to score, because that was his fix. He needed to be pacified by punani. So he was out there scouring, looking for his next fix. And it became this dysfunctional, addictive, just pattern behavior, where he was like, had to keep scouring, spending all of this money, spending all of this time resource. And time is the one commodity that we don't know how much we have of it. Instead of enjoying his vacation and just chilling out, he couldn't enjoy the time that he had there at carnival unless his penis was in some vagina by the end of the night, unless his penis was in this prison for this temporary release, in which he was searching for the warden to let him in to jail. Listen to that. I found it perplexing. So as a man, are you still out there scouring to that degree, so that it becomes a distraction? Vagina, woman is a distraction from what you're really trying to accomplish, because you don't want to take the time to evolve. You don't want to take the time to do the personal work. So you're still searching for something to just quiet the noise for you, if just for a little while. Is that you? I can't answer that question for you. You have to search within yourself and see what that answer is for you. So, and then we're ready to get on to number 5. And here we get into something that could be a little controversial. Don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So just know that I'm saying this in love. Can you lead a household as a man? Are you setting an example that a woman can look up to? You know, I hear men so often talk about how women are not submissive to them, and they're not, doing this and doing that, etc. Not bowing down, or not being quiet, or questioning them, or not trusting them, not letting them lead. Are you a leader? Can you demonstrate? Have you demonstrated through your own life's work and example that you have the capacity to lead this woman's household equal or better than her? It's like, how do you expect for a woman to put you at the head of her house when you've not demonstrated the capacity to be able to lead your own, let alone hers? So I want you to think about that. Think about that. Can you lead a household? You mentioned how women don't trust you. Are you trustworthy? Have you demonstrated through your own life's work and action that you are worthy of another human being instilling their full and total trust in you? Do you live your life in such a way that... Hello, lovebirds. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. The computer... I told you I'm at the hotel and I'm on my laptop. Apparently this desk area is too hot. It's something about the way the laptop was on the desk that it went into this shutdown mode. Just cut off my video. It just shut down because it overheated. Yeah, that's something that has never happened to me before. And I was on a groove, but I remember we were on number 5. Let me just finish up with that. I remember I was talking about, can you lead a household? You know, the world is different today. Well, our society is different today than it was yesteryear, where, all a man had to do was have a job, and women would flock to him. Some men wish for the old days where a woman can't get divorced from him, or he would be chosen just based on what it was that he was earning. And things are just so much different now. I was talking about, can you lead a household? Nowadays we have women who are leading their own households, and I find that men have a hard time realizing and understanding their relevancy by today's standards. Not really knowing where you guys fit in. And I'm telling you that your male energy is much needed. You have to have confidence in that. And you have to kind of find your way in this new world where, the strong and silent absentee provider who spends all of his time at work, and the woman, he comes home to a hot meal. Basically, he has a live-in maid and nanny, without having to do the work in the relationship to make it a feasible partnership. Times are different. Where now men, you have to stay relevant with the times. You need to communicate. You need to be able to open yourself and to soften yourself to be in union. Do you hear that? It's like there's a walkie-talkie out there. I don't know if they're coming to get me. What time? It's 12 o'clock. I'm supposed to be checked out now. Well, listen, let's hurry. Let's hurry. Okay, let's hurry. Let's hurry. I hear security in the hallway. Oh. Well, listen, we have to, women have to evolve into the new responsibilities of this sexual revolution that has happened, and the fallout from that, and with the sexual revolution, with the work revolution, with equality on the workforce. It's still not equal because a woman is still earning 80 cents on the dollar for the same job as a man. But we do have women that are leading their own households. The things are so much different now than they were before. Are you able to be relevant in today's standards? And then, even by yesteryear standards, are you a leader? Have you demonstrated that you have the ability to lead lead a household, lead this woman's household better than she can. Because you know what, equal probably won't even be enough. Can you lead it? Are you able to be put in a position of another human being's complete and total unwavering trust, unfathomable, unwavering, just constant and relinquishing trust? You know, when you look at your life and when a woman looks at your life, is your house and your finances in order? Is your ego in order? Have you done the personal work on yourself? Are you connected to source? You know, do you love yourself? What does your body look like? What does your life look like? Did you cultivate your mind, educate yourself? You know, yeah, you know what, this one is important. I wrote this down after the computer had crashed. But is your money in order? You know, or will you be in a position where the woman is going to need to take care of you? Because it's going to be pretty hard for you to be considered the man of that household when the woman is playing the role of your mother, buying your underwear and your food, handling your survival. You know, I don't have much words for that, because you can understand as a man how difficult it would be, you know, to firm and cement your place at the head of the household when your woman has to buy your drawers, where you can't eat unless she provides food for you. You know, can you really be like, oh, I'm the leader of this house, and you're really one of the dependents? You know, but I know that's not any of my subscribers, so don't worry about that. I mean, but you know, just dig deep within. When we start considering, you know, which direction we want to go in, and whether or not we're, you know, really looking for relationships, and what it is that we're going to bring into those relationships. You know, it's like maybe you, instead of trying to pacify yourself with punani, maybe you should take a little bit more time dedicating that to establishing, stabilizing your career. You know, it's one thing when you have demonstrated the ability to earn and the ability to take care of a family, and then you lose your job and you're already in a relationship, but you've already demonstrated you have a track record of being able to do that. But it's pretty darn difficult, you know, to just accept any person off the street. I mean, it's like you go in for any type of job interview. Let's say the position you're interviewing for is head of this household, but you have no experience even heading your own. You're having tremendous financial trouble. You haven't done the work. You haven't cultivated yourself. You don't have the ability. You don't have the education, the training, the know-how, or the experience in any facet, any realm whatsoever of being able to be a leader. It's like you go and you want to be the head of a Fortune 500 company. Not only have you never led a company, but you don't have the training or know-how, the background to be able to do it. It's pretty difficult for today's woman to be like, okay, all right, just because you have a penis, yeah, I'm gonna let you get at the head of the household. It's like penis just isn't enough anymore. You know, it's just not. And then I can't even say anymore, because there was a time back in the days where it was it was a no-brainer. It was commonplace. A man would get his career on, and you know, and then get a family, and go from there. You know, but nowadays, so many angry men, I hear them screaming on the internet, you want me to have a job? You a gold digger. That's not gold digging. It's just common sense. It's like, what's the alternative? You know, taking a person with no job and getting into a romantic and sexual relationship with this person, and then now there are children in the world who have no father, and then it just becomes an epidemic, you know. And then please do take in mind that today is different. So please take some time to, you know, to learn how to communicate with women, learn how to open up yourself, learn how to open your feelings. You know, gone are the days. I mean, women, look, if it's not working, women would rather be alone nowadays. Well, some women, it depends on the type of woman you're going after. If you're going after that needy woman who needs to have you in her life and is in buying your underwear and stuff, that's going to be a perpetual cycle that you're going to be stuck in, and you have to do some internal work, and she has to do some internal work, and you guys are, you guys have to work that out individually, and, it's a mess. That's a mess. Yeah, so the video is going to end on this note, number 6. And I want you to think about this, about who you are as a man and what it is that you'll be bringing into this future household. You know, when you talk about being chosen by women, are you the type of person, would a woman want a father like you? Would a woman want a son like you? And the reason why I ask this is because, you have to be the type of example of a man that a woman would be able to consider having head her household and having to be a father to the potential children or the future children. So are you a father figure do you demonstrate the characteristics and the capabilities of being a father figure? Are you the type of person that she would want as her own father? Are you the type of person that a woman would want a son like? So, and then you have to ask yourself the same questions. Would you want a father like you? Would you want a son like you? If you have to really dig deep and think about the type of person that you are and what it is that you represent. Where is your life at right now? Would you even want a father like you? I mean, where are you at, brother? Where are you at? So that's my whole video right there. I would love your comments below. And and I know that the men who have made it to the end of this video, I know that you are a different type of man, because to be able to sit here for 20+ minutes and listen to a woman talk about these topics means that you're definitely, in search of some change, in search of partnering and pairing with women. So I applaud you. Listen, let me give you a round of applause. I love you for that, and I applaud you for that. I do, and I'm going to give you a hug in a second before we get out of the video. But I admire that, and I respect it. And the men who come to me for coaching, I appreciate, you're delving deeper into yourself and staying current and staying ahead of today's times. So we love you for that, and we need you. We need you to be men, and we need you to be the men, and we need you to be our men. We do. We need you. And so I'll tell you how to find me on the internet. You can come to my website, which you'll see written right here. So many people say they never see it, but it's written right here at TonyaTko.com. Come over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/TonyaTko show. And I'm on Twitter and Pinterest. You guys saw my sick video the other day. Twitter! I'm on Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram at TonyaTko, and that's Tonya, oh yes, honey, with an O, Tonya. So listen, brothers, I love you. I've enjoyed doing this ManDay video. It's after 12 now, so I have to pack up all of my stuff that's all over the place and in the drawers and get ready to head out of here. If this topic resonated with you, I'd really love your comments below. If you have questions about something that you'd like me to make a video about next week, ManDay is here to stay, and even though I'm going to be in California, I'm going to find a way to film it. Even if I have to film it outside, I'm going to find a way to film it. So listen, hug me. I love you guys so much. Oh, hug me. Oh, love. Yes, so go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? Say it with me. Love yourself, babies. We need you. We do. Get yourselves together. We need you. I know the times are really hard right now. I know, honey. I know, and it's not easy for me. So I know it's not easy for you, and I don't have all of the testosterone and ego that comes along with being a man. So I can't imagine, what it's like from a man's point of view, but you know what it's like to be a man, and you know that you can do it. So come on, baby, get it together. We need you. You want another hug? Yeah, before I get out of here, because you guys are gonna have to go a whole week probably without another video. So hug me, hug me, hug me. I love, 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 love. I love you guys. Love, 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 love. Okay, so TonyaTko, and I am out. Make sure you leave your comments below, and all of the links for all of my sites where to connect with me are below the video. Just click on see more. You can also subscribe, I think somewhere, I'm not sure, because I'm making the video, I'm not looking at the video. So yeah, subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date. Oh, you know what's really important? If you come to my website TonyaTko.com and join the mailing list, you'll be able to, because YouTube is, even if you subscribe here, I mean, subscribe here, yes, on YouTube, but even when you subscribe here, sometimes they don't publish all of your subscriptions. So join my mailing list and you'll be able to stay current with what it is that I post, etc. So TonyaTko, and I'm out. Peace. I love you guys. I do. Leave your comments below. Peace.